doesn't feel like it's the week of Christmas, but it's 20th of December. It's very warm, it's 11 degrees. It's usually frosty and cold. So, taking the opportunity, got my tools with me. Just going to neaten up the allotment before winter. You can see the progress I've made on creating a big plot, one big plot for next year. So well, not quite make hay when the sun shines, but enjoy the good weather while we can, I think. And here we are. Haven't been down for a while, and oh, daffodils are up. That's how warm. Let's have a look around, see what it's like. So it's looking in reasonable nick, I have to say. It's been very wet and very windy, and actually the ground is not too bad. My garden at my new house is sodden. It's got clay and it's just water everywhere. This isn't doing too bad. So what I'm going to do is continue squaring this out here. So I'm going to dig this down here. I might not get it finished today. And I've got an unexpected job. The wind has brought down this, so I'll have to see if I can chop that out. Oh well, it could be worse, it could be one of these, I suppose. Let's get to it. Well, that's a fair bit of digging doing. Got to level that off a bit, and that section there, and put the spoil over the far side of the hugelkultur bed. Whew, pooped. It's good work. Got a cold nose. It's warm, but not that warm, I suppose. And the tree's gone. The tree's gone out from there. So you can see, around there, coming around there. Oops, try and line up. This is going to be the big bed for next year. Whether I put manure on the top, we'll see next. In 2016. But I'm pretty pleased with that. This old thing is still up. Hasn't blown down in the wind. So that's going to come out sometime too. It's been a great year. We've had some fruit and veg out of here. I think my favourite was potatoes. Definitely going to do potatoes again next year. I hope that the wildflower bed up the top there is going to do well next year. I mean, that's going to be in for a year or two. Red currants and black currants, they were down there, not so good. Same with chili mound, that was pretty terrible. The cornfield was, you know, pretty much a disaster. So I'm going to put that up there. The tomatoes, the unknown tomatoes, the experimental ones, those were brilliant. So we're going to have those again. We've still got some leeks here. I'm just going to leave them. We'll see what happens if they stay over the winter. Yeah, it's been a good year. Not bad for a few months' work. It was hard work. It was a lot of rain, a lot of digging, a lot of sore backs. But it's all worth it. All, you know, plugging away, doing bits at a time. Let's go and look back at some of the best bits. What are we now? 18th of February 2015. I've got my first allotment, very exciting. It's very overgrown. How overgrown? That's overgrown. I've got my gloves. I think first of all I'm just going to look around, see what's what, and then go from there. How exciting. I'm guessing that's someone else's hose, someone else's rubbish, and lots of brambles and split trees. Look how big my junk pile is now. Look at that. It's pretty big. What we've done today, taken all that out. Big tree there, pushed it all back. Cleared some of this, and then cleared through, where are we? That bit. Big bushes come out of there. The rubbish pile is getting, I don't know, it's going to collapse in on itself and form a black hole, I think. Look, that's me. It's over my height now. It's only going to get bigger. No rest for the wicked. See, the rain came. I got 150 litres of manure which I had to carry. I'm back in the dry now. I think that might be the Portsmouth train. Maybe. I think two of the most physically demanding things you can do in a garden. One is trying to level a slope. The other is to try and dig a tree out. So I'm doing both today. And there's our hugelkultur bed from the other end where it's not quite finished. It's a lot of work, but it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off for years to come. It's going to hold the moisture, I won't need to water it as much, and it's not going to get waterlogged down this end of the garden. There's a fine bunch of radishes. Whites, yellows, reds, purples. See what the cat thinks of it. Hello, cat. Look, peas! Peas coming on. Quite happy. I just come back to water some chilies in the shed and checking on things. Nothing has just been destroyed, nothing's blown up. Wow, something's blown up, look at this. Potatoes! Potatoes coming. Gardening's always about learning, and one thing I learned was this hugelkultur bed was too shady and too damp. So the onions, well, they didn't do very well. You can see the potatoes, loved it, but the onions didn't do very well. So I'm going to cut my losses. That's the tomatoes in. Big steaks ready for them. Hopefully they're going to be big. And been ripening in this cardboard box to keep the moisture off. And I think they look pretty damn good. It's a little wet, but wet is good. It's time to take some lettuce home for tea. It's after work, so I've got the backpack on. Look at this beauty. Look at these weeds. Not so good. Whoa. Visitor. Hello. Oh, three-legged cat. A tripod or latrine, whatever you're going to do in the garden. Yeah. So these are the Pentland javelins which I got out of there. I've got quite a haul, 2 bags. I've got Jake on camera because he planted these. So these are technically his potatoes. A couple of funny forked ones. This one's particularly good, I like him. We have 2 purple ones. My various seeds I put in. A lot of tiny little dinky ones. Look at these. And then these champions over here. Proper sized carrots, just like you got on the packet. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see the finished article? Luke has come to say hello. 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 And that's it for 2015. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for your likes and your comments and your subscriptions. What are we going to do next year together? I don't know. What do you think? What should I put in here? All advice welcome. It's been an enjoyable year. Every bit of it has been enjoyable. Cutting out trees with axes, learning how to do things like that. Lots of carrying and fetching. Discovering things like this apple tree. The kids in the background, the trains. It's all been good fun. Oh. Tea tree falling over. Getting ready for next year. It's brilliant, isn't it? Gardening is so cool, especially when you've got an allotment like this. I guess that's it for me for this year. Thank you very much for joining me. We'll see you in 2016 when I also will have, maybe on a special, channel, or maybe just as a playlist, my Japanese garden, which I'll be starting. I've already bought some plants for that at my house. But of course we'll be back here on the allotment, growing again.